So, I hear we're into some of the same stuff.
You're about to join Jon
And Eric.
as we explore said stuff.
Really bad movies. Sega Genesis.
Sports and girls. The interesting aspects of pop culture.
And we'll answer listeners' mail because you have so much to say.
You are listening to
A sophisticated conversation.
Greetings and welcome to the 5th episode of Podcast Revolution. 5.
Eric loves to repeat the
Cinco,
numbers.
Song, 5. I don't know any other languages that would have
A few languages have them.
number 5. Well, I mean, I have some.
Yeah. Anyways, we have a special episode today. It's so special that we cut it in half.
Yeah, we decided we played hockey this morning. It had started to rain. We've been getting a ton of good feedback, which is really kind of cool for
Let's
the
keep
podcast.
up the good feedback. And also, send us mail. Let us
Yeah.
know you're out there.
So we've been getting a lot of good feedback. So we figured, well, John has to go to a wedding in about an hour and a half. You got to get ready for that.
My friend's getting married.
I got to run some errands this afternoon. So we figured, hey, we got a little bit of time. Let's squeeze in a quick podcast.
Yes, I'd like to give out a shout out to the Steve in the future, or now Mrs. Cassie Castle. So yes,
Yeah.
congratulations.
I hope they have many boys.
Steve would like that too, I'm sure.
Wouldn't everybody?
All right, so how can they reach you, Eric?
You guys can reach me, emitchellsmc at g as in Google, mail.com. That's EMITCHELLSMC at gmail.com.
And I can be reached at johnnythockey@gmail.com.
I'm also
That's JONNYThockey@gmail.com. What are you saying, Eric?
I'm also going to eventually, we just haven't got around to it because we're kind of lazy, but eventually
lazy.
I'm going to make a Gmail account. I'm assuming that podcast revolution at gmail.com is probably not taken.
If one of you guys take it before that,
I
I'd be very upset with
be
you.
really pissed off, but so I'm assuming we can get that one. So when we do finally set that up, we'll let you know as well. We can just put them all to there to make it a lot easier.
Yeah, that would be great.
It would be great.
Podcast Revolution. And it's funny that we came up with that name because our other one was already taken. What was our other name, Eric?
Wasn't it Podcast of Champions?
It was.
The first one we came up with, and it was taken.
And then Eric just glanced over and saw a copy of DDR,
Yeah.
Dance Dance Revolution. So Eric said, you know what? We could revolutionize the podcast industry.
And our new logo is great too.
Yes, thank you, Peter Horton,
Peter
for
Horton,
your great work.
Thank you very much. But anyways, John, we got a guest today too. You
Another
wanna-
one?
Yes.
Come on over here. Stand right here.
How's it going, my
All right,
friends?
so
you got to talk loud.
talk into the microphone also.
Hey, guys.
Yeah,
Oh.
just right here. too.
Right here,
All right,
right
so we got Dave Knight, our resident hippie friend.
How's it going, everybody?
So we'll call him Hippy Dave, if that's all right with you.
I'm not offended at all.
All right.
I appreciate that.
He likes it, actually.
Yeah, Hippy Dave is definitely a hippie. He works at EMS.
That is true.
He has a beard.
He takes
That's
people on
awesome.
hikes.
He takes people on hikes, so he's
Yeah.
into that.
He's
You
a
guys-
man of the wilderness.
If you guys ever want to go, give me a call.
Dave, what's the weirdest thing you've seen out in the wilderness?
Out in the wilderness, I have seen many people take the trail, actually. It's
All right,
not,
we're gonna have,
not very
we're gonna
okay.
have to bleep you out right there, Dave.
taken what me and my friends like to call Bornsteins.
Boinsteins, I like that.
Bornsteins. It's a long story, but I can explain.
We have
if you'd
time.
like.
Yes.
Go for
Actually, it's a
This-
pretty good
this
story.
could enter the American lexicon. All right. So what's a Bornstein?
Bornstein's actually a person. Miss Bornstein was a high school teacher about 3 years ago I had. And, yeah, not many people liked her.
Oh boy.
it.
She would beat you around a little bit. She just was not very friendly. And
Nobody likes getting beaten around.
Not really.
So you didn't like her so much, you named defecation after her.
We named defecation after her.
I
That's
like
true.
it. I like
And
that.
also, we actually named our band Bornstein after this so-named person.
So does your band sound like Bornstein?
Actually, no, it sounds great.
All right. What
I
kind,
don't know,
what kind of
does it-
band is this?
It's a mix of jam and funk and really groovy stuff, actually.
Perhaps you could send some of your music our way and we could put it on the podcast.
I
Give you some
could, and
free advertisement,
I
give
could.
some free listening to our audience.
And those of you sitting at your couches back home, if you would like some music, you can email us. We actually have a band email.
Well, we're not here for shameless self plugs. So.
Okay.
But I
I
am.
will
So
go.
what is it?
I appreciate that. If you want to send us an email, we are bornsteinmusicma@gmail.com.
How do you spell?
You spell it BORNSTEIN music MUSICMA @gmail.com.
You know, I like naming defecation after someone you really hate. I think that's a good. I'm surprised I've
makes
never done
sense.
that.
They
I
get
really
what they
like
get.
that because I had this boss a few summers back that was just a real jerk, and I really wish I said like, yeah, I gotta go take a Laro right now. Like, I think that's a good tribute to a person you don't like.
All right, so Dave,
Just dropped a little Turcotte.
have you
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's too far right there. Have you ever seen anything
Just kidding.
besides Bornstein's that you'd consider weird while on a hike?
I would say no. It's just a great experience all the time. Nothing really that I can say. That's just
And
bizarre.
What
I don't know.
mountain? What local New England mountain would you recommend that someone hike?
Chicora.
Chicora?
Where is
That is-
Chicora?
Chicora is in Chicora, New Hampshire. Actually, if you go up the Route 16 way, actually I have no idea what's nearby there. I just kind of found it. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
It's near that
I'm a
Cape-
hiker and I don't know how to describe where to get to a hiking spot.
Well,
But
that's what the
Chicora,
internet's
New
for.
Hampshire, everybody.
That's what the
Chicora, New
internet's
Hampshire.
for.
Have you ever seen a bear when you've gone?
I have not
More
seen a
than
bear,
this.
not seen a moose.
I saw
It's-
a bear at UNH in the woods one time, a baby bear. And it
That's
one
not
ran away.
good.
It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
that's awful.
It was climbing a tree. It was pretty far away from
You
us.
don't want to see a baby bear.
I wanted to go hit it.
You don't want to because Mama Bear is.
I'd beat her up too.
You gotta get your
If
voice.
Frenchie was there, he could take them both with his hand tied behind his back.
Oh yeah, after he beat up Phil Kessel.
Exactly. Oh, Frenchie.
He can take care of business.
So have you seen? One thing we do like talking about is sports, movies, girls, Sega Genesis.
Which we haven't
Sega's
talked about
great.
yet.
Sega is great.
So,
I'm really upset. Frenchie was here yesterday, and he wanted to play my Sega Genesis, and he hit the button, and it wouldn't turn on. Then we looked around the
No.
back, and some animal that lives in our house chewed through the wire
I'm guessing it's
to
the
the RF
bunny.
cable. Rabbit or cat, I don't know.
Oh.
Now I have to go on eBay to find a new
Sounds
one.
like a rabbit kind
At
of
least
scheme
it's
to me.
at least that's like a minor repair though.
I don't know.
it's
I don't know
not-
if they sell those anymore.
Oh, you can find those.
The
Are you
RF
kidding me?
cable?
You can find those. They like
I hope
people.
so.
Classic gamers are like alive and well on the internet. Trust me, you can find anything.
Yeah,
on the
for reasonable
internet.
They got
price.
the hookups.
Yeah, you could like buy a person on the internet. Like you really like you can get an RF cable. Trust
Well,
me.
that's how you're gonna get rid of your daughter, right? If you ever have one.
Oh, yeah, I'm putting her on eBay, dude.
Craigslist.
Yeah, even
Craigslist.
better.
Actually, I was
Late night.
I was watching the news the other night. And I guess some like crack dealer in Massachusetts somewhere. I think it was like Brockton or something. He like sold his daughter, who was like 6 months old, for $300 so he could get drugs. And I was just thinking, that's a really bad idea. I mean, why would you do that for drugs? I understand if you wanted a hockey team, but not drugs. So
Right.
He's really hurting.
Yeah.
That's just beyond.
Withdrawal symptoms. And in fact, it's probably the drugs that got him the daughter in the first place.
Probably.
Good point.
Yeah.
Touche.
Very, very true. I watched another newscast too. There was like a 12-year-old that had a kid. I'm just thinking, that is messed up. Like, if you're 24, you're going to have a 12-year-old. That is weird. You're 36, you're going to have a 24-year-old.
You could be best friends.
Yeah, you could. And that's very strange.
Imagine if your mom was 12 years older than you,
Yeah, I would absolutely.
and
hate
all your
that.
friends was like, "Oh, your mom's hot. She's banging."
I'm guessing if you're 12 and you have a kid, you're not like
Yeah.
you're probably not.
Well, some people in our
Not
listening
having
audience
the
might
girl.
be 12-year-old parents.
That's
So
true.
do we want to offend
So
that
I, you know,
member of our audience?
for the many 12-year-old parents that listen to Podcast Revolution,
You're skanks.
I besides that, I sincerely apologize for what I'm saying, but
I apologize for him too.
I didn't even know like what sex was when I was 12, let alone that you could have kids when you're 12. So good times.
Just don't sell your kid for drugs. Is all.
Sell your
sell them
Be
for
a good
better
parent.
reasons.
Be a good parent if you're gonna be a 12-year-old parent.
sell your kid for Sega Genesis games.
Or share your
Yeah.
drugs with
Or
them.
an RF cable.
or RF cable.
Drugs are bad, everybody.
Well, anyways, John, I think we should take a break for our first commercial for our sponsor. So
All right.
we'll be back in one moment.
Yo, what one, my boys and us? We gotta be watching the movies, and we can't watch them because they're not on the telly. So we gotta go put on the Netflix, and we're like, whoa, there's so many choices, man. And me and my gun, we go walk one, and then we watch them, and we put up the reviews and say 5 stars, super movie, Netflix, 5 stars, do it.
All right, and we're back. All right, thank you for our lovely sponsor, Netflix. Check out their banner ad on our website. What's our website again, Eric?
It is podcast revolution dot mypodcast.com.
That's correct.
Unlike Mike Miller, who said, what do you say, like
Podcast.
podcast
Yeah.
in our last ad that we did.
Oh,
So,
that's silly goose.
We forgive him though.
that was probably one.
I won't forgive him.
I'll forgive him. He's a good guy.
So, John, one thing we were talking about during the commercial break was things that we're really looking forward to coming up in the future. I mean, it's the summer. It's, we're working. Yeah, we're done college. But there's a lot of
There's a lot
good,
of great perks.
There's a lot of good things to look forward to
There
coming
are plenty
up.
of things.
There are plenty of
Eric,
good
what are you
things.
looking forward to?
What I am looking forward to, as we say, maybe we will finally talk about Sega Genesis here. I love Sega Genesis.
It's a great system.
Love it. I will fight to the death that it's the best system of all time. And on the best system of all time was one of my favorite games of all time, which is NBA Jam.
Oh,
classic.
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic.
The only NBA game I'll ever play.
Boom shakalaka. I mean,
He's on fire.
that game defined part of my childhood. I can't even tell
Clown on her.
yeah, that should be added into it. But the game came out in '92, and then they made Tournament Edition, I think in '94, and then pretty much they made NBA Hang Time, which was pretty much a sequel to NBA Jam, even though it didn't have the same name. And then they made a bunch of other NBA Jams, in the early part of the decade for PS2 that they were terrible. They had nothing.
Didn't live up to the
They
name.
had nothing to
Like
do
the
with
updated Blades of Steel. Didn't live up
Yeah,
to
it was just terrible. It had nothing to do with the original. Wait, they made an updated Blades of
it.
Steel?
Friend 64, yeah.
Really?
Yep,
Oh, that must sounds terrible.
Yep.
Yeah. And so finally they brought back all the old creators from the original game, and they're making a brand new NBA Jam. And they announced it about 6 months ago. I freaked out, and it's coming out, I think, in December 2010 or January 2011, I believe is when it's coming out. And I'm just pumped.
Very excited.
Very excited. I'm hoping lots of other kids could start playing it too. Like I played the original when I was a kid. It's a fun game. The new one, it looks like it's going to be more like the old one. I'm pumped, so I cannot wait for that. So that's what I'm looking forward
revolutionize
to.
the extreme basketball that we just
Oh,
greatly miss
it will.
in our video games.
Just like we're revolutionizing podcasts.
Maybe it'll make basketball interesting for once.
That is true.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, every summer it always brings festival season, and I'll be going to the Nativa Festival this summer.
Oh, what a surprise. Hippy Dave's going to a festival.
Well, yeah,
It's a great time.
hippies
It's a great
love
time.
festivals, man.
It just goes hand in hand.
It-
I don't know. Great
They
music.
love the free nature of everyone being together.
Is there going to be lots of bongo drums and granola bars?
I'm
and-
bringing 4 drums with me. So.
There you go. Very nice.
A lot of drumming, a lot of guitaring. Guitar playing, I should say.
So what is this festival for? I mean, what is it?
The main basis is to pretty much bring a community together and just have fun and enjoy music, enjoy each other's company.
All right, I have a question
it's
for
a-
you.
it's a-
Hippies love community.
When you're at these festivals, most of the people there are hippies. But when you see someone who's clearly not in the hippie genre,
That can really be a drag sometimes.
do you try to incorporate them, or do they normally
They usually get shoved
exclude
aside.
themselves?
They usually just don't want to be included to the community, really. It's just kind of a drag to see some people there. And I woke up some mornings, I should say, and people were blasting Insane Clown Posse. Just pounding beers, not really looking like having a good time or the kind of time I would want to have. And it kind of just made me depressed to see those people. Like, they really should be out there really making more friends and not listening to Insane Clown Posse in the morning.
I
at,
wouldn't
like,
recommend
6
that
in the
under
morning.
any circumstance.
Yeah, that's
No.
a little Buzzkillington right there. I mean, I went to school.
Let's make some etches.
Yeah, Like, I'm not really a hippie, but I went to school in Vermont where there were plenty of hippies, and I completely get what you're saying, where it's more of a relaxed,
It is, yeah. Like
relaxed atmosphere.
it's only
so.
compare it to like Bonnaroo. That's when it can really relate to people.
Right.
Where there's maybe like 150,000 people, stuff like that. This one's only 15,000. It's very small.
It's still a lot of
so you can
people.
really, it is. Yeah, you still got a lot of things going on around you, but it's just great because how tight knit the people become. It's really good.
Is it fun when you see like older hippies there, like
Yeah.
like leftovers from the '60s, kind of?
Yeah, I see a lot of those, and they're really fun to talk to. Like everyone there is just a great person to really relate to, and just you can really have fun.
You ever see fights at these festivals?
I've seen things go down really bad. Like
Really?
I was at the All Good Festival last year, West Virginia, and I was on a so-named substance. I will not say it though. But walking back,
Love. You were on Love.
I was on Love. I was on Love with my friends. And
Angel Dust. Animal
Tragic.
Animal Tranquilizer. Aurora Borealis. Yeah.
Not so much that, but yeah.
No. Okay, good.
So we're walking back to our campsite, and out of nowhere, like 5 go-karts were going by with people on stretchers, and they were just knocked out, and we're getting very freaked out. Like, what was going on? This is not the kind of thing that would happen here. And we show up to these cars, and cars were smashed, windows were knocked out, people were fighting, police officers were everywhere trying to get the crowd down. Like, there was just a riot going down, and
It's not cool.
sometimes things happen like that, but you gotta forget about those things. Just get to your own kind of peaceful mindset.
Who
And
would fight at a hippie
I don't
festival?
know.
That's like getting an abortion at a pro-life rally. Yeah, it's just it just doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like-
And do you normally go to sleepover festivals or one-day festivals?
do I go to sleepover festival?
Yeah. Like Mountain Jam where you stay there for a couple nights.
so like a
I
hippie
go-
slumber party.
Yeah, pretty much I go to the slumber party ones, man. Like, I party from
Do you have
noon
locks for your
to 4 in the
tent or do
morning.
you keep your tent wide open?
Pretty much wide open.
Because
How would you lock a tent?
Well,
you
on the
you
morning...
just take a knife and rip it open and go inside.
That's true.
it.
You gotta learn from things like that. You usually bring your car with you, so keep your stuff in the car, lock it up when you go out. Just trust that your tent's gonna be there in one piece. I have left my campsite one time. We had a huge bug shelter. People took all the pegs out and tipped it over, but no one stole anything. But that's not
It's
really cool.
inconvenient.
It is inconvenient, and it was the night that we were packing up, so it kind of made a little bit of a tricky part for me. But you gotta forget about those people and just think about the cool people that are around you, and just enjoy the music, go see all the shows you can. Take your naps in the daytime when you can, so you can stay up before those late nights. And
Advice
enjoy
from
yourself.
Hippy Dave.
it is.
All right, and actually, speaking of advice from Hippy Dave, we'll get to a listener mail after this.
Wait, whoa. Before we get to a
All right,
commercial, you didn't tell us what you're looking forward
Oh,
to.
right.
John,
I
can't
I
forget about
forgot
you.
about the segment that we were doing because Dave went off on his tangent.
I
Thanks,
mean,
Hippy
I
Dave.
love our
You're welcome.
I love our sponsors, so but we gotta get your opinion
Keep the
too.
mail
John.
All
coming.
right. Well, one thing I'm looking forward to that everyone in the New England area especially can look forward to is the upcoming NHL draft.
Oh, I am
yes.
very much looking forward
Since
to
the
that.
Bruins are slated to have the number 2 pick, but you never know what kind of crazy adventures
Yeah,
could go down.
it's the Bruins, so I wouldn't be surprised if they took like the 20th guy.
I don't know.
who's got-
We'll have to see what they
who
do.
knows?
But
I wouldn't be
Gotta
surprised.
hope for the best for us, guys.
I'm looking forward to a nice barbecue that day and
Oh, yeah.
a good celebration.
Oh yeah, that will be good fun. So now we can get to the sponsors.
All right. We'll be back
Now.
now.
after this. Tonight, you're gonna let Paw promise. Watch your dog. We're gonna watch your dog tonight.
It's out tonight.
We're gonna watch your dog so he don't have to go to the kennel. Go to the kennel. He don't have to go to the kennel. It's Paw promise at pawtopawpromise.com.
Dogs.
Woof, woof. And we're back. Thank you to Paw to Paw Promise for sponsoring us.
Who let the dogs out?
Hopefully, Paw to Paw Promise. All right, so looks like we're gonna open some listener mail that we actually got in the actual mail. Someone found our address, so I will read this here.
Oh, great penmanship.
This is from Andrew. All right, here we go. So I was at Walmart and I bought something and I lost my receipt, but I want to bring it back because I didn't like it. Should I bring it back and try to get it without the receipt, or what do you think I should do? Also, can you guys discuss clams for me? All right, thank you, Andrew.
Clams.
Thank you so much.
Well,
Clams. Really?
I don't know. Apparently, he likes clams.
He loves clams. All right.
I don't know too much about clams.
Yeah, I eat them quite a bit. I eat
I'm
steamers.
a new clam muncher.
Oh man.
But I can discuss this. I can help you, Andrew. I will help you.
Well, he doesn't need help with clams. He just wants to hear us talk about them.
Oh, well, I will talk to you, Andrew, about these clams. These clams you want to know about. Fried clams. Go with them. Don't do steamers.
Oh, steamers are the best. What are you talking about?
I don't know. It could have been the fact that they were 2-week-old clams, and we just boiled them. But
2-week-old clams.
They could have been.
Oh.
I'm just throwing out a number.
Aren't
there.
you supposed to cook them when they're live and then?
I don't know. They just showed up in my friend's fridge, and we were like, "Oh, sweet clams."
Half
Who knows?
Half of
Let's
the
see what
seafood
happens.
we eat, I always wonder like who came up with eating it. Who was like,
A lobster.
"Hey, you see
Oh,
these
no.
like ocean cockroach thingies? Let's boil them, put butter on them, crack them open, and eat it." Yeah, it sounds good. Like all its eggs and stuff are in the inside. Who cares?
Seamen need food.
Yes, they do.
Guys
Yeah.
on the sea, they get hungry.
What I think funny too is lobsters used to be like a peasant's like dish, and today it's like
You know, they used to
It's
be a
a
lot
very
more plentiful.
well-liked
We overhunted them.
a high class lobster. Oh, my caviar. But what was the first part of the question?
So he bought something at
Receipts.
Walmart and he wants to return it. Well, lucky for those in our audience who don't know this, we're here to help you. You see, Walmart often takes stuff back without a receipt.
Do they really?
Yeah, plenty of times.
That's fantastic.
If in case you didn't know that.
I did not know that. I mean, I haven't been there in a while, and I've never had to return anything. So
Not that I advocate you do this, but one of my friends purchased something at a different store and returned it at Walmart and actually made money.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, you just you go in and say you lost your receipt, and they take it
I'm
back.
surprised they do that.
For small ticket items, not for electronics or anything.
For like a $5 item or something.
Yeah, like a $5 foot long.
I think
So
the last time I think I ever bought something at Walmart, it was like 4 or 5 summers ago.
What?
Yeah, I was watching.
What?
I mean, I've bought like little like tiny things, like a bag of candy, but never like an actual like something. And I was watching the Red Sox game with Kevin Chaff, and
Who will show up on the show at one of
at
these
some point,
days.
and all of a sudden, a commercial came on. It was like, "Now that's what I call music, volume 30, like 30 of the hottest tracks," and it started playing all these horrible songs, and we were just dying laughing. It's like in stores today, and we're like, and he lives maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes from Walmart, so we go, let's go get it. So we each got a copy for, I think it was like $8, and it was hilarious. I still
any
have it
great
to this
tracks
day.
you can say?
Oh, there's some great tracks.
tracks.
Wait,
Just
you
like
each
SOS.
bought a copy?
We each did. I still have
Why
it.
would you each buy one when you could just buy one and copy it?
John,
Walmart, you gotta
because
take
we
advantage.
don't take advantage of people. But yeah, there's like SOS. Rihanna was on it.
Any Lady Gaga, my personal favorite.
No,
out
this
there right
one
now.
this one's from like 2000, like summer 2005.
Yeah, they're on.
Alright.
It's
It
was
number
before
60
I went
now.
to
They're
college.
volume 60 now.
Are they really?
I don't know.
It's
Just
up
threw out a
there.
number.
Yeah, it was like summer 2005 when we got it. It's really bad.
I remember having now volume 1 and 2 and 5 and just all those great songs. You know, Green Day.
And then you
Green Day,
transformed
and
into
then now
a
it's not-
hippie.
Then I did. Yep. Just got worse. I had to change.
Are there any good hippie compilation albums that you can find in stores?
I don't know. I wish there were.
Maybe-
I can't think of any that
Maybe
would
you should
be out
make
there.
one, Hippy Dave.
I will make one. I will make one and make money. That's how it works.
What would it be called? Like Weed, the best of hippie jam band? Like what would it be called?
Smoke weed and listen to this.
It would just be
album.
called Hey Man. With like 10 A's in man.
Community, man.
No, that's what I call good.
Oh,
That's
you did
good
it
stuff.
again.
Oh no!
It's too late.
You did it
It's too
again.
late.
I apologize for my vulgar
We
language.
gotta bleep that out again.
You're setting a bad influence for our. The people are gonna think that hippies are nothing but cussing sailors.
It's not much more to it.
Well, anyways, I know this is
I'm
a
a
short
great
podcast. I know Dave's gotta
Yeah,
go
I
soon.
gotta-
I gotta go soon.
gotta
So,
travel.
so we'll get to our
Traveling.
recommendations.
Yeah, we can get into our recommendations. You want to start off, Hippy Dave?
Our recommendations.
recommend
What's an album you'd like to recommend?
Okay, we'll recommend an album, and then we'll go around again. We'll recommend a movie, but we'll start with the album.
Well, being Hippy Dave, I gotta recommend Fish all the time.
Which album?
Actually,
What's a good starter album for non-hippies?
I would say a live album, but if you're gonna be saying a starter album, go with the story of the Ghost. It's got Ghost. It's got Birds of a Feather. It's got Limb by Limb. Great songs.
And how do you spell fish?
Phish. The
That's
only way
great.
you spell fish. The only way you spell it.
All right, Eric, what album would you like to recommend this week?
Uh,
I'm gonna recommend one of my favorites, Oasis, Definitely Maybe. One of my favorite
Champagne,
albums.
Supernova.
Actually, that one's on What's the Story, Morning Glory. This is their first album.
Oh, okay.
It has Rock and Roll Stars on it. I don't know. It's like every song on it. It's wicked good. I'm drawing a blank, but very good album. Really good. Definitely one of my favorites. Been listening to it a long time, and I love 90s alt. It's probably my favorite genre of music, and that's probably one of my favorite albums in that genre of music. So definitely check out Oasis. Definitely Maybe. All right, and
I agree.
I think I'd have to go with a CD called "The Process of Belief" by Bad Religion. It's one of their best CDs. They have about, I think they're recording their 15th right now, and the CD came out in early 2000s, and it's the band was on the verge of breaking up, and it just brought them back together, and made everyone believers again. So, Hippy Dave, what movie would you like to recommend? Let me guess, Woodstock.
Taking Woodstock. No, I heard that was pretty bad. I almost used a bad word.
Oh boy,
Almost pretty bad.
he's censoring himself.
I'm watching myself. I just saw The Hangover. That's a great movie.
Yeah, it's funny. That's pretty funny. A little
Zach-
overrated, but it's very funny.
Zach Galifianakis.
Zach G.
Zach G. Cool man, Zach G.
You know, that movie got
And
better.
that pretty boy, whoever that pretty boy is.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking
The guy
about.
that's just not funny. but
Bradley
he just,
Cooper,
Yeah.
that's his name, yeah.
Yeah.
He, it's funny, because that movie, I thought the same thing the first time I saw it. I thought it was really overrated, then I watched it a second time. It's a little like, funny. It's a funny movie.
I think it was good.
I'd
It's
give
worth
it,
checking out.
I'd say it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
worth
If
watching
If you're in
if you haven't
college
seen it.
and love that kind
Even
of
if you're
stuff.
not in college, we recommend you see Hangover.
Tigers, they love pepper, they hate cinnamon. I thought that was awesome.
But I'm still shocked that won, I think it was Golden Globe, it won a Golden Globe of over 500 Days of Summer. Which,
I've got to see 500 Days of Summer.
that guy,
I got to
what's
see
that guy's
that.
name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He's a phenomenal guy.
Yes, even Hippy
Yeah.
Dave agrees with us.
Oh,
Yeah, I got to see
He was in The Lookout?
500 Days.
Yeah,
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 we
that's the
reviewed
same guy.
that. That's
Yeah.
a good movie. Yeah, Lookout's an
we,
excellent
we
movie.
got good movies, folks.
Yeah.
We know good stuff.
Yeah, I got to see 500 Days of Summer. So many people I've heard so many good things about it. So maybe next time I'm over, we'll watch.
It's better
that
than The
one.
Hangover.
And I noticed that you've been reading, John, The Revolutionary Road.
No,
Is that-
I read
is
that
that
in
true?
college a few years ago. But the book's better than the movie.
I've heard good things about
Yes,
it.
I'd recommend that book too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with recommending Revolutionary Road.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic.
Leo and Kate back together.
Back together, Titanic
people see
reunion.
Titanic and they think, they're so good together, and they're gonna walk into this movie with the complete wrong expectations. They
Yeah.
fight early and often.
Maybe it's like the
No
sequel
love.
to Titanic if Jack survives.
Exactly. Yeah.
They get married.
It
just
could
everything
be.
goes
This
wrong.
is what would have happened.
Yeah,
so
what
good
would've-
thing he died. Good thing he died.
Yeah. My movie recommendation will be a movie I watched Friday night, actually, with John for the first time, was Lakeview Terrace with Samuel L. Jackson. I've been meaning to watch this movie
Not bad.
since it came out. I just wanted to see. I thought it looked interesting, and I just let it slide. There's a lot of movies that I gotta just catch up with, and great movie. It was entertaining. It was fun. I mean,
You,
it
you
was-
feel that buildup. Of
Yeah,
tension and just
it's crazy because
nervous
I mean,
and thrilling.
I
It's
think
great.
everyone's had like a bad neighbor at one point too, so you just hope that doesn't happen.
It's
to you.
funny when I saw that movie. I only caught a glimpse of one preview for it, and I thought it would be one of those escalating neighbor battle comedy movies. And I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised, when I saw how
You
good
thought
it
it'd be
turned out to
like Deck the Halls with
Yeah,
Matthew Broderick,
but
Danny
it's
DeVito.
more of a thriller movie.
Oh
which
yeah, there's some
is great.
action, some guns, some craziness. So definitely recommend it. Good stuff, and check it out.
All right, so this will be our shortest one on record for podcast. This one will be approximately 30 minutes. But next one, we'll be back up to the average length of about 55 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sounds good.
So I'd say this was a great first podcast for me. Though.
Yeah, Hippy
Right.
Dave.
I really
thanks.
enjoyed myself being here, hanging out with you guys, just
Yeah.
talking.
it's funny, with our past
Shooting
guests
away.
before, most people think it's going to be kind of lame doing it, but they actually afterwards say, we had a great time. We didn't think it would be that much fun. And actually, that's what a lot of our listeners have said too.
because they know me and they're like, oh, that's gonna be lame. But then they listen to it, they're like, whoa, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, they know you. They're like, oh, this is gonna be bad. But then the
I know,
people
right?
who know me are like, whoa, this is gonna be good. And
All right,
they
yeah.
think it's better.
Yeah,
so,
Eric's the man.
Yeah, definitely.
Mitch Monster over here.
Mitch Monster.
But
And they know Mini Monster too, so.
But some cool piece of news was I recommended this podcast to a friend of mine from college, and she actually lives out in LA, and she works with the band 30 Seconds to Mars, and she may be coming to New England to tape a music video, so I'm hoping we might be able to get
Her on this show.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. She's traveled all over the place with the band, so she'd have some really cool stories.
And we're
so
still in the works to get our
hopefully-
other big guest on here, but
Yeah, we
that's
gotta
under
keep
wraps.
that one under wraps. That one's pretty cool too.
We got some surprise guests coming.
We do.
We do.
Like potential celebrity
Wonderful.
type people. So.
We have people a lot better than Hippy Dave.
But
Oh,
if you
oh,
did, as
come
much
on.
as we like you, we don't. So,
No
Get
love.
the hell out
No
of here.
love.
Get the hell out.
so
okay.
yeah, you swore twice in the podcast.
Go shave your beard.
I know.
Now
you
poor
furry.
John's gonna have
I
to
am ashamed of myself.
go
and
in
it's
and
weird.
bleep it out. But again, thank you everybody for listening. Send us some emails.
As always, we'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank our guest, Hippy Dave. We'd like to thank our
Hello.
sponsors. And we'd like to thank ourselves, because without us, this wouldn't be possible.
Exactly. We are the most important people ever.
Oh,
so.
and by the way, a little caveat for you people who listen to the show often. The laugh that's at the end after the gong, that is Hippy Dave.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, pants down.
So, with that,
All right, Das Vidania.
au revoir.
Oh, pants down.